Good morning. So I think this is my year 8 up here in front of the tech ed audience, and we'll see if Fran lets me do a year 9 next year. I wanted to thank Blake for that look back and a little bit of history of his college career there. So just goes to show that English doesn't really matter, right? So let's talk a little bit about the future. And the future is really about the technology, the domain expertise, and partnerships like the one with PTC. So as Blake talked about, the industrial Internet of Things has ripple effects. And so it goes well beyond the plant floor. In fact, it's going to change the way companies work together, the way they sell to their customers, and that result is going to be a different kind of economy for us. It's going to become an outcome economy. In the outcome economy, the value of the products and services is really based on the results or outcomes they provide. Also called a usage economy, business models are going to change, and we're going to have dramatic effects on how we buy things. And so think of the things that are happening in the consumer world today. So these subscription or usage-based offerings are going to have an impact on how we as consumers buy and how businesses buy services. So this is a change in the traditional business models, and it's going to drive companies to immerse themselves in new technologies, new partnerships, and different processes to run their businesses. And so today, everybody is focused on business outcomes. You heard that several times in Blake's presentation. You heard those comments from Jim as well. And just as business models are evolving, our technology platforms need to evolve, and they have. The platforms we offer to market today are information-enabled. And so when we think of the Internet of Things, we think a lot about digital data, we think about analytics, we think about cloud computing. But the foundation of that world in manufacturing is really about platforms like the integrated architecture and our Logix technology. So today, millions of Logix controllers run over half the plants in this country, and many, many other plants in countries around the world. And so to fulfill the vision of the connected enterprise, we're looking to evolve Logix into a rock-solid, outcome-based foundational platform. And so these advancements and innovations have come in many forms. Blake mentioned a few of those, things like open communications, scalable compute, expanded services, and better context for richer information. So our Logix platform is used in many, many applications around the world today, from consumer goods to heavy industries. In fact, I thought I'd share a few statistics with you. So our Logix controllers have built over 1 billion vehicles. We've sorted over 40 billion packages. Here's an eye catcher. We've made over 36 billion barrels of beer, right? And so, yeah, see? I always got to use the beer because everybody pays attention then, right? Now we're all up and ready, right? And manufactured over 600 billion rolls of toilet paper. That's a lot of toilet paper. But all seriousness aside, we also provide clean drinking water, safe baby formula for our children, sustainable production and transportation, and we clean the air we breathe. In fact, I would say that I think it's all of us in this room touch something every day that's been built by a Logix controller. So Logix is ready for the industrial Internet of Things. But we've also made sure to protect the investments you've made in the past. And you say, Frank, well, how do you do that? Well, by building migration paths, by maintaining compatibility while we put in new technology, and by keeping the same experience while we update the technology under the hood. And of course, simplification. You've heard that several times. We need to simplify your ability to adopt digital technologies so you go to the benefits sooner. Throughout the evolution of Logix, we've always been focused on making things easier, simpler. And in fact, the Logix team was one of the first teams in industry to have a dedicated usability function. Those folks helped us accelerate technologies and innovations, things that help simplify the design and maintenance of applications in industry. Some great examples of those are add-on instructions and profiles. You'll be using those this week. But we haven't stopped there. We've added a broad list of modern capabilities and contemporary technologies to become a world-class information architecture and outcome-based platform. In fact, one of the coolest things that we've introduced is a scalable machine learning capability called FactoryTalk Analytics. And so you're going to see some of that later today when Ted Hill and his team come up and do some demonstrations for us. There's a lot of buzzwords out there today: gateway, cloud, analytics, and more. But what are analytics anyway? Thought we'd try to simplify this. And so simply put, analytics are the discovery and communication of meaningful patterns and data. It could be many things. We can also scale or categorize analytics to help us understand how to use them and to solve different types of problems in our processes. And so scalable analytics allow us to solve problems at different levels of the information architecture. We can use high-speed real-time data at the edge, or we can use more traditional transactional data at the enterprise. And so think of the discussion that Blake and Jim had with us, great examples of both that IT and OT use of scalable analytics. So analytics can help us understand what happened. They can help us understand why it happened, and they can help us prevent it or change one of those outcomes we're trying to deliver. So it all starts on the plant floor, though, with an ecosystem of smart assets, many of those enabled by our integrated architecture. So this industrial IoT infrastructure, combined with other third-party devices, data sources, and a strong data orchestration layer, enable the beginnings of the connected enterprise. So this foundation enables outcome-based solutions like execution systems, scalable analytics, mobility, collaboration tools, and connected services. You know, these offerings can be deployed in many different ways in many forms: at the device, at the edge, and at the cloud. So this scalability allows us to create outcomes at those different levels of the information architecture, closest to the source of the data where they can provide the most value, at every level of that information architecture. You know, we've been working for years to help our customers achieve these outcome-driven results. And what we're finding is that most companies are at different levels of their maturity on that journey to the connected enterprise. But the more conversations we have, the more pilots we conduct, and the more successes we deliver, we're starting to see some trends. And the most prevalent outcomes are focused on three areas. The first is asset management, the second is operational productivity, and last but not least, reducing enterprise risk in things like safety and security applications. And so we're also seeing some typical use cases evolve. Descriptive dashboards to help provide better visibility, diagnostics to help understand what's happening when things change, predictive maintenance to maintain processes or machinery, and prescriptive analytics to help drive that productivity that we're looking for. So over the past 18 months, we've introduced a number of different analytic capabilities. You're going to see many of those in the demonstrations today. But last month, we introduced our newest offering, the FactoryTalk Analytics platform. You heard Jim and Blake mention that earlier. So you might remember we introduced this at Automation Fair in Houston as Project CEO. So Project CEO has evolved into a market offering with the FactoryTalk Analytics moniker. The platform supports our strategy of an open, scalable, easy-to-use analytics solution. The FactoryTalk Analytics platform has three major components. The first is FactoryTalk Analytic Edge, the second is Dataflow Ml, and the last is DataView. And so we're going to talk a little bit now about what those are and what outcomes they can help our customers with. So edge computing has exploded. Based on Gartner's latest forecast, the number of IoT endpoint devices will be over 25 billion by 2021. And so taking advantage of that compute is what FactoryTalk Analytics Edge is all about. So Edge brings analytics to your devices. It's a lightweight analytic platform capable of processing batch and real-time data at low latencies and high speeds. So Edge can run on a variety of compute platforms, anything from the appliances we put inside our ControlLogix products all the way to the FactoryTalk Cloud environment. The second piece of the analytics platform is Dataflow ML. Dataflow ML enables innovation by bringing data, machine learning, and your domain expertise together in an easy-to-use visualization environment. Flow ML receives data from Edge and other sources, organizes it, and makes it available for its machine learning applications or other analytic capabilities you might choose to use. Last but not least is DataView. So DataView empowers business users to get insights faster with a self-service, intuitive visualization experience. So it enables rapid integration of data from both an enterprise level and a security level into a scalable and collaborative and mobile environment. So DataView operates with Flow ML to build visualization applications. And it's got great productivity features like natural language search, data mashup capability, and standard visualization templates to speed time to value. The FactoryTalk Analytics platform is also unique in that it can reside in any cloud platform, including our preferred provider, Microsoft, in their Azure cloud, but it can also reside on-premise, so it doesn't have to be a cloud-based solution. The platform is also open. Open's important because we want you to be able to select the portions of the platform that you utilize in conjunction with other tools like Microsoft's Power BI, PTC's ThingWorx, or other platforms. That openness also allows you to leverage new capabilities as they come to market. We're trying to also improve time to value. And so the FactoryTalk Analytics platform also has available standard applications from Rockwell Automation and in the future from our partners. Some examples of that would include predictive or prescriptive dashboards, closing the optimization loop with your automation system, the generation of work orders for maintaining equipment, and then, of course, predictive models to help drive optimization. So this concept of the new outcome economy is upon us. We're really excited about the new business models and the new value we and our partners can bring to the market with our scalable analytic offering. And so what we'd like to do next is demonstrate some of those new capabilities to you here on stage. And so we're going to bring up Ted Hill, our Director of Product Management, and his team to go through the demonstration. And they're going to run a new company called the Rockwell Automation Global Energy Drink Company. And they're going to demonstrate the latest products and services from Rockwell Automation and also partners like PTC by solving problems differently.